Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus, Wiley. I'm gonna get that frog out my throat. And I'm gonna throw them elbows up. Y'all hear that? Yeah, that's the theme song I've been wanting from day one. But I try to go through the proper channels, and you know I got caught up in some red tape bureaucracy, right? Long story short, man, that is Corrupt, Behind the Walls, one of my favorite rappers of all time. Had a moment where he could have been top 5, I thought. He would have kept that thing rolling at that level. But the song was produced by Mike Dean. And I know Mike Dean this much, and I know Corrupt about that much, so I don't know him too much, right? But I reached out to both of them. Mike Dean did hit me back, but he's so busy. He's still popping. Let's just say things were lost in translation or communication, lack thereof. And then I reached out to Corrupt, and young Godstruck, I guess he's just busy. He don't know we from the same neighborhood, but all good. I was trying to give him some money. And then my boy hit me on my social media team. He was like, you know you can play that song for free. I was like, oops. So now that's our theme song. However, if Mike Dean ever hits me back or Corrupt ever thinks about me, I'll certainly lace them guys. Well, on today's show, we got a lot of good stuff going on. You know me, I always start off with what's going on with me. And as you guys can see, I got a little bacon neck going on, but me and this shirt don't agree in terms of how I'm wearing it. But I had to put it on because it represents, you know, that Columbia, New York City. And if you guys really got that 8K at home, I've been hearing about it, I ain't got it yet. Y'all gonna see a little taco sauce because I actually wore this shirt last night to an event, and it was such a quick in and out event. I was like, man, I'm wearing that again tomorrow. Am I the only one that does that? Like, if I don't wear my outfit the whole day, oh, trust me, it's gonna be a rerun of that outfit the next day because I'm gonna get my use out of it. The only other thing going on, it was normal morning. I had to take the kids to school, all good. My wife has got an opportunity that if it comes through in the next couple of weeks, I'll let you guys know, because she's only told 2 people, me and her best friend. And I know y'all ain't her best friend, so I can't tell y'all yet. But if this happens for my wife, let's just say she gonna be way more famous than your boy, like way more famous. However, she ain't gonna be richer than me yet, but and that's all that matters in this house because them Amazon boxes don't care about how famous you are. They care about if you got some money. But long story short, we're really happy in this house right now, excited. Things are going well. I hope I can tell you guys this because it's amazing, but just mark this moment. It is happening behind the scenes. All right, let's get the show started, damn it. Let's talk some sports. And let's start off with this Grizzlies meme of Shannon Sharpe. Y'all watched the game last night? Me either. But the Lakers lost again to the Memphis Grizzlies, right? And you know they have those issues going back and forth. Not just the Memphis Grizzlies and every team in the NBA because they love to trash talk, but the Lakers in particular because of the Shannon Sharpe incident as well. So now you look at it and they put the big meme out there with the big L, Shannon Sharpe pointing at it, like the late great rapper Big L, right? And it was funny, made me looking at this situation like that's what sports are in terms of not the business, not necessarily the product, but our engagement, how we feel, how emotionally charged we get because of sports. We're not competing out there, right? But some of us put a little skin in the game, we gamble, right? That gets you invested. What else gets you invested is this, storylines. And I hate when people don't like storylines. I like beef in sports. If I know 2 teams don't want to play each other and they hate each other and every time they see each other it feels like a war going on, oh man, that's the game I want to see. But you know, if it's just a normal competition, I'm going to have my normal response. But things like this now, all of a sudden, you see Lakers on the schedule, you see Grizzlies on the schedule. You're like, yeah. And Shannon Sharpe stirred it up. Props to Oak for actually stirring this up. Even though he got a little out of pocket and he apologized for it. But look at the benefits from it. Like now, we see this, and those guys are playing basketball literally with an afterthought, but still a thought, oh, if we win this game, we gonna shoot back at y'all, especially Shannon Sharpe. Made me think of some trash talking moments I've had in my experience. One of them actually involves the Shannon Sharpe. It was my rookie year, and if you guys remember Shannon and the Denver Broncos, 1997, 1998, they ran it back to back. Super Bowl champions. Yeah, they were tilting. Shannon Sharpe, John Elway, Terrell Davis. Woo! So I'm a rookie going against Shannon Sharpe. Let's just say that didn't go well, right? Right? So I'm out there, and this dude it's not so much he's manhandling me. Like, he had the muscles he got now, but they were even younger then. So you know he was strong, like country strong with a K. But it was the fact that Shannon was so damn chill in the moment. Like, he had old man strength, he had weight room strength, and he had that wisdom and that just calm that the game has slowed down to him. Meanwhile, I'm in Mile High Stadium, can't breathe, and just out there just bum rushing stuff. And one play in particular, it was like a stretch play away from me. So technically, I ain't supposed to make the play. Even when they were coming to me, I ain't make the play. So it didn't matter where they were going. I wasn't making the play. And they going to be the Super Bowl champions. So I digress. But this dude cuts me off. And when he cut me off, this is what they do to hold a lot of times instead of just the grab and the clamp. They do this, and then they tighten up their bicep. So I punch, and then he tightens. My arm is now stuck in there, right? And he's gripping, and he's doing this, and the referees don't see it because it looks like he's just hugging himself. Meanwhile, I am trying to get my arm out of there, and I can't do it. Not in time to make a play. And Shannon one time did that and was like, damn, rookie, you're going to learn one day. This game ain't that crazy. You're going to learn. And then the next play, he comes back and he's just talking. And I'm like, this dude is not only blocking me, but he's schooling me. And then finally, he hit me with something that I actually could understand. You know how Shannon talks. Skip. I couldn't understand all that. But I understood this one time. He was like, man, Rook, it's about the M&Ms, the money and the memories. Let me go, because he knew I wasn't making the play. This dude told me literally in the third quarter of a game that they were going to win that life was about the M&Ms. And as we were walking back to the huddle, he's like, yeah, M&Ms, money and memories. Never forget that. And it made me think, this game, he was talking about football. We're going through here, obviously. It's a finite shelf life. You only got a few years on average. I was blessed to play 10 years when the average is 3 years. And it was about getting your opportunity. It was about you getting your head start in life, your means to an end. Means to an end, right? There will be an afterlife after football. And he said, get your money and get the memories. And that's what I got from the game of football. Oh, man. And I was just like, damn, that's how it is. I can't wait to be so comfortable in the moment that not only can I abuse somebody, but school them as well. Crazy. Last thing about that Laker game, which was, AD got banged on. Y'all saw Jared Jackson Jr., I call him Trey J. Trey J going out there. And I know he hurt him. I know he hit him in the eye or the head. But it don't matter. On the poster, it doesn't say pain. On the poster, it just says this and shows this. And that was Anthony Davis in that moment. He got memed. Man, I'm glad I never got pancaked. At least there's no posters of it. All right, coming up on Never Shut Up. Oh, man, it's time to talk Dame Dollar, who is trying to speak some knowledge, school Russell Westbrook right now. Said the grass is not greener, Hall of Famer. Let's discuss that and unpack that next on Never Shut Up on Brinks TV and Reese TV. Yeah, let them Lolos hit. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? We back. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley, man. Oh, this is going to be a fun story right here because Dame Dollar had some quotes that were headline news, and they were aimed at Russell Westbrook, trying to help out the elder. Y'all caught that? Because Dame is younger than Russell Westbrook, but he's trying to kick some knowledge to him, even though he's younger than him. Kind of reminds me around this house sometimes. I got a 7-year-old, 4-year-old, 2-year-old still. There are moments in the day where my 7-year-old especially will school me on something. Like, I would say the wrong thing. He'll ask me a question. This morning we were talking about problems. He said, so do you know what a problem is? And I was like, damn, the proper definition? Hell no, I just know how to use it in a sentence. I just know the meaning of it, right? But it's hilarious when someone younger than you actually kicks game to you. Well, that's Dame Dollar right now trying to school Russell Westbrook. Let's get into the quote. You look at Russell Westbrook. You leave OKC for Houston. Then James Harden decided he's leaving. Now Russ is traded to D.C. Then you get traded from D.C. to the Lakers. Now you're on your fourth team in 4 years. In your second year on the team, everybody is talking about how they should trade you. Now you're coming off the bench. This dude is a Hall of Famer, an MVP. It's an example that the grass isn't always greener. Wow. Unintended consequences is a part of this as well. It wasn't all with direct intention, like Russell Westbrook sat back, let me mastermind my career, and I'm going to have this, and this all occur on my resume. That's not how life works. That's not even how a playing career works. Like, you can see your next step. You can maybe see your next 2 steps if you're fortunate. But most of the time, you're just reacting to the news, reacting to the information as it happens in the moment. So Russell Westbrook finds himself in this position, but I don't think it was by design, not by intent. But what are you to do? You're in OKC for, 8-9 years, and you got Kevin Durant on your team for most of that time, and all of a sudden Kevin Durant comes to the realization that you came to a little bit later. Dipset, time to go, peace, got to get out of here, got to go get a ring, right? And then that's what happens with this whole narrative. If you don't have a ring, you and do a thing in the NBA. And we know there's some greats, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley, etc., with no rings, but that's not the narrative of today. If you don't win a ring, you and do a damn thing. So he went on a mission to go get those rings. Hey, you got to remember, in the moment when you're making those choices, you don't have the best choices all the time. Actually, more times than not, you got lesser choices, worse choices, because teams that are good, they are already set in terms of cap space and in terms of roster spots. The teams that are on the rise is what you got to try and catch, or you got to get lightning in the bottle and catch a bottom team and help them and jump to the top. Kind of like what LeBron did when he created that super team in Miami. Get you a team that was, and then let's just make this happen, right? But that's not what Russell Westbrook did. He went on a mission just saying, oh, Chris Paul over there. Oh, Bradley Beal over there. I'm going to find my way, and it has not worked out in terms of team success. But what I want us to make sure we don't lose sight of is how great the individual is. Because with that narrative of championship or bust, we're losing out on a lot of tremendous talent, production, and success from the individual. And I always push back on that. Why? Barry Sanders is the best running back I've ever seen, and there's really not a close second, if you're asking me. If you're really looking at me and say, evaluate that position, a position that I used to play, top 5, Pop Warner all time. Let me stop. But the point is, I know that position. Barry Sanders laps the field at the running back position, but he didn't win a ring. So did he do anything? Of course he did. But we take some off the fastball for Barry Sanders too, because he didn't win it all, right? And then obviously we give more love and praise and elevate a Emmitt Smith, who was really good, damn good, and also got that ultimate team success. Wonder why in basketball we're losing out on so many great talents in terms of giving them their flowers in the moment, just because we just say, how many rings? I don't want to hear it. Oh, he ring chasing? I don't want to hear it. Oh, he went to a great team already? I don't want to hear it. And I hear Dame right now, the grass is not greener. But the grass is also not browner either. I don't know if Dame has ever won a ring. Has Dame won a ring? Staying still? Like, it's funny. All right, I'm going to be loyal to the soil, and I'm going to stay still. Portland all day. Okay, it rains a lot in Portland, but it's not raining confetti. I mean, it's not like he's going to win a ring anytime soon, it seems like, but he is invested, and you got to give him salute and props for that loyalty. But you also got to give somebody salute and props if they go on a quest to win a ring. And obviously, you give the ultimate praise to the one who went on that mission and accomplished it. But I think we're all over the place with this. One day we love Dame Dollar for staying still. The next day we say, damn, you're just going to take the money and chill and never win. Then we look at Russ. Oh, man, we love you for staying still even when Durant left you. Then we're like, nah, you get a pass, homie. Go get your ring. And then we kill him because he hasn't got the ring yet. But then we see LeBron and KD go get their rings. And then we're like, yay, boo, y'all created super teams, boo. You went to a 73-win team. Make it make sense. Oh, you can't, because as my grandma told me growing up, you can't make sense out of nonsense. Well, coming up on Never Shut Up, to me, this sounds like nonsense, but I know it's real because it's the homie saying it. Lil Wayne has not had fast food in 20 years. I don't think I've been 20 hours without a little something, and he has. Let's discuss that next. All of us are getting fatter in America. On Never Shut Up, on Brinks TV and Reach TV. Bow, bow. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. Oh, it's fat boy time now. We about to talk about some food. And man, I know we all have a love affair with food. It's just who you're dating, basically. What are you eating, right? It's not about food. It's calories in, calories out. It's who are you dating? Are you out there carbociding, as I heard last night? That means you are about to kill yourself on some carbs, right? So Lil Wayne is not one of those carbociders, all right? You know why? Just saw an interview with him and he said, hey man, it's been 20 years at least since I had fast food. He doesn't even know what McDonald's smells like, he said. And it made me think like, damn, he's gone 20 years without eating no Mickey D's, not even the hot fries, come on dog, not even a sneaky apple pie on their head, not even the watery strawberry shake, extra large, super size. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When I'm hydrated, and where we live, there's a major intersection before you get into the neighborhood. And I hate that, because I've lived so many places. I know by design how they try to get you. You get off the freeway, and then that last corner before you get into the hood, it's like, bang, McDonald's, bang, Wendy's, bang, Burger King. You're like, Popeyes. You're like, shit, I ain't gonna make it. And it's okay when I'm not hydrated. Oh, my discipline on 100. I'm like, I wish they would. They ain't getting me up in there, right? I'm driving Miss Daisy. I'm chilling. But then when I'm hydrated, I had one or two. I feel good. I had a great night. I'm coming back home to the fam bam. And all I know, the decision is right at that light. Like, don't catch me, light. Don't catch me, light. Because if the light catch me, I feel like Cousin Harold in Menace to Society, right? Red. You're sitting there at the light. Here they come. And what's coming is just voices. Hey, look to your left, homie. Look to your left. And I look to the left, and I see them arches. Oh, they yellow. Oh, they pretty. With that red background, I'm like, damn it. Pull over. Got to go in there. And then I love it when there's a line, because then I got time to think. And sometimes I actually get out the line. I'm like, man, I ain't waiting that long. I'm good. Go home to get some play, get some yogurt, go to bed. I like that night. But more nights than not, I succumb to the Mickey D's. Ronald, may I take your order? And I know my order. It's a number one super size, right? I gotta have them big fries. Oh Lord, ain't nothing better than them hot fries with that salt on them. And then I got the Big Mac, right? And then in my fat butt, I gotta throw a number 7 in there. Fat people out there screaming out with me, 2 cheeseburger combo with it. So now I got double fries, I got a 7-Up with a strawberry shake, Big Mac and 2 cheeseburgers. Extra ketchup, please. Cheeseburgers, y'all patties need to get bigger. It ain't nothing but a halo of bun and then a little bitty meat in there. But I'm like, that ketchup hit that pickle, woo, it's life. So it's funny, this story made me think of all the times that I've really undermined not only my physical look, but probably my physical health just because of fast food. And full disclosure, Lil Wayne's my dog. That's my homie. We're actually going to dinner tomorrow night. Obviously not McDonald's. It's a bet that we had for the Super Bowl. I don't know why he bet me, but he bet that the Eagles would beat the Chiefs. And I was like, I think it's a pick'em game, but just to have some fun with the homie, I'm going with the Chiefs. Well, tomorrow night, we will be somewhere a lot more expensive than McDonald's, and I'm going to be getting that bet paid off by a Wheezy F baby. But it's funny, these fast food battles, man. I had one my second year. That was the craziest time for me, like really letting myself go. I got back into shape. I got in better shape than I ever been in my life, pretty much. But it was a one-off season. I came back to LA. I had played well that year. People were starting to know my name in the NFL. I got a phone call from Michael Strahan, and he was like, he told my coach, he said, hey, that number 75 you got, he gonna be all right. He gonna be special. And my coach told me, and it went right to my head, because I got Bruce Smith over here telling me I'm gonna be all right. Phil Hansen telling me I'm gonna be all right. Now Michael Strahan, king of the guaranteed contract, telling me I'm gonna be all right. I was like, oh, it's going down. So I let myself go when I had my 1 month break. I'll always take a 1 month break, but kind of keep it tight and disciplined. This one, I let myself go. Don't ask me why. Actually, I know why. I was stunting. I was in LA, them streets. I was renting cars. I was out living in a hotel for a month. I was just doing the most. But almost, and I'm not going to say every night for hyperbole, but almost every night, they had this Popeyes right there on Centinela. Had to hit them. And that Popeyes, I've heard some incidents have gone down before. So, you leveraging your life to get you that 3-piece, right? But I was like, well, man, I got to have that thing. And it wasn't even a 3-piece. It'd be like, sometimes I would order the 8-piece and go, I'll make it about 6 in, me and her. And then we'll get to the hotel just chilling. I was doing too much. I ended up being 311 pounds. I went from 280 to 311. And the funniest thing about when you're getting fat, but not really that fat, that's 30 pounds, so that is getting up there. You lie to yourself when you're in the mirror. You be like, oh, man, I'm all right. I'm a couple of days working out. Don't eat late. No carbs for a couple of days. I'm good. No, you're not. It's so crazy when you see a before and after yourself. You're like, what just happened? So I'm going to give you guys an anecdote. This is something that a lot of athletes don't even know, but it is in the athletic circle. They say for every pound of body weight, so 280 to 281, that is going to feel like 9 pounds based on the atmospheric pressure. Basically, it's going to feel like 9 pounds is being carried against gravity for every 1 pound of body weight. So when you hear the athlete who says, yeah, this offseason I came in shape, great shape, I lost 10 pounds. We all at home like, 10 pounds ain't nothing. Oh, by the athletic formula, that's going to feel like 90 pounds off of that same athlete. Remember that when you're just 2 pounds overweight, 5 pounds overweight, or like I got that one off season, 31 pounds overweight. Oh, it's a lot grander than just what the scale says. Well, coming up on Never Shut Up is full episode. It's getting raw up in here. It's time to talk about a mishap. Oh, did my man drop a dumbbell, kettlebell on himself and mess with his money? That's next on Never Shut Up. Full episode on Brinks TV, and we see you tomorrow on Reese TV. Welcome back to Never Shut Up. It's your boy Marcellus. Wiley, full episode right now. Saw this story and I was like, ooh, I've been here in a different way, capacity, and wanted to dive into it. Joe Musgrove, you guys know him? Yeah, me either. He's the Padres starter. And, he's supposed to be ready for opening day, but it was in the weight room with a kettlebell. And let's just say he lost his grip on that kettlebell and hurt his big left toe. My pinky toe. Remember that from Harlem Nights? My pinky toe. He hurt his big left toe, out for a couple weeks, gonna mess around, and maybe he have to miss the start. Man, this story took me back. But first it took me home. And it took me home because we have a gym in our house and our kids love working out with us. And because if your kids see you doing something and you engage with them, obviously you plant those seeds and they're going to be engaged to do the same thing. Want our kids to have great physical health and mental health as well. You get that in the gym. So we let them work out with us a lot. Yeah, I know. It's annoying as hell. I mean, you can't get a set in and, oh, watch me. All they're doing is just doing this and doing that. But they're in there with us, so we're having a ball. But I always remind them that weights aren't toys. They look like them at times to the kids. They're like, oh, man, you could get careless in there. You won't keep your proper distance, right? You won't all of a sudden be as safe as possible because you're just trying to get it in. You may lose yourself in the weight room at times. Or, especially when I was working out with all the guys, your attention span is everywhere. Like you're paying attention to what you're doing, you're hearing your coach say something, you're talking to your boy about last night, you're planning your tomorrow with your boy, and just not always 100% focused. I don't know what happened in this situation, so I'm not going to provide that conjecture, but it took me back to an incident, and I want to walk you through this. Talking about changing the course of someone's life and career. I remember an incident, if you guys remember the name Stephon Johnson, right? Played in the league 4 years or so, went to USC, was a really good running back, but he's from Compton. He went to Dorsey, and I knew him since he was an itty-bitty kid. So I ran track. Y'all know I ran track, and I was super duper fast. Won nationals. We set national records. We were really a team. I was on a team called the LA Jets. And the LA Jets, we produce Olympians like a Steve Lewis. We've had tremendous runners that are like next level record holders like a Obi Moore. And then there are guys like me that had their moments, right? And Stephon was on that team. So I'm an alum of the team he's on. And this was one of the greatest moments of my life, a heartwarming moment. I'm playing for the San Diego Chargers, and I get an envelope with a videotape in it and a letter. It was from Stephon Johnson. I think he may have been, 10, 11 years old at the time. I'm not certain. And the letter was, hey, Marcellus, wanted you to see me play football like you play football in the NFL. I was about to cry just reading the letter. Popped in the tape, and it was him playing Pop Warner football. And I was like, damn, he is good as it gets, one. And two, he thought so much of me to send this to me. And I was like, dang. So I always followed him, always stayed in touch with him. And he goes to USC. Now it's big time. I'm like, damn, that's Stephon. That's the little dude that sent me the videotape and the letter. How crazy this is, man. And then I hear of the incident. And this incident, let me read it to you, man. I think it has a little more power when I read it to you. On September 28, 2009, Johnson suffered an injury when 275 pounds, a barbell he was lifting, fell on his throat while performing a bench press during a routine team workout. Okay, he had to go to the hospital, had to have 3 emergency surgeries to repair damage to his crushed vocal cord. I had vocal cord surgery. He had a crushed vocal cord and a surgery. Adam's apple and torn muscles all in his neck. He was moved to Cedars-Sinai, stayed there for 18 days in the hospital, and still went on from there to play football. Wow. Wow. Unreal. Unreal. Because I know him, right? And I remember when I heard it, first thankful that he didn't die. But then, beyond that, I had been on the journey with him for his dream, and I was in jeopardy. And then more than that, would he ever be the same was in jeopardy. Like your conversations first start with the ultimate, please survive this. And then it starts to fall down to, well, try and be the same guy you were before, right? Survive, then thrive. I don't know how it compromised him in the scouts' eyes, but I also know that Stephon was a beast and at least got some league time in there, obviously. But whoa, how damaging, How crazy of a story. I remember one time I was lifting weights, and I got my first weight set from my uncle who was a bodybuilder. Concrete weights. Y'all remember concrete weights? Anybody out there, please say something in the comments about concrete weights. Because as you know, you may buy them at first, 25 pounds, 45 pounds, whatever it may be. Oh, it ain't staying that way for long. Because one, it was plastic on the outside, that cracked, and then the concrete would chip off. So next thing you know, you're lifting 44 pounds over here and 37 pounds over here. But hey, that's all I had to get it on. And one time, because I used to work out by myself, why? Not because I wanted to, it's just because I couldn't trust and depend on my friends always coming on time and always wanting to get it in. So you start off with a spotter, you start off with the homie, day one, yeah, let's do it. We got our resolutions, we're gonna be all city next year. And then your boy tap. And when he tap out, I can't lose my focus, my discipline with you, so I'm getting it in. And I'm getting stronger, and I'm getting stronger. And then you know you're in Hazard County. You know you're doing too much. But I kept getting away with it. And then one time, I don't know the exact way, but it was a lot for me. And I lifted, and you know it, you get it up. Then the next one, you're like, all right, I might get this one up, but I might have to bounce. Boom. Ah, you got it. You know damn well, no more. No more. This one time, I knew no more, but I was on a mission. I was on a grind. I was like, one more. Because I didn't want to punk out. And if you guys read my book, I always had to do extra for Janet Jackson. Y'all know why. So I'm like, ah. And when it was going down, immediately I was like, I have nothing in me to pump this back up. Boom. Now it's on me. And there were two ways that I would get this off. Actually, there were three ways, but in that moment, I only thought of two. I was thinking, roll it this way, hell no. And then I was like, roll it down there. And I was like, hell no. And I couldn't let it go sideways because I had on those locks. So I was like, damn, it ain't even gonna slide off and then slide off and I'm good. And I should have still did that and just had it stuck here and then figured it out. So I end up doing this, rolling it down. Okay, this part ain't no problem. And I didn't have a gut back then, so that was a problem. It was like real tight. I was like, ah. Then I got to my manhood. I got to the homeboy down there. I was like, ah. And I had to roll him over my hips. That hurt like hell. And then I finally got him here. I'm sitting up, and I just push him down. Saved by the bell. Just crazy, like the things that we risk at times and the things that happen when you're doing something risky. And obviously, you can't even foresee any of that happening. Joe Musgrove, heal up, big dog. See you pitching, hopefully opening day. Stefan, hopefully we can have our lunch next Monday. I just sent you a text earlier this morning, big dog. Still in touch with the homie, who is now a commentator, father, commentator, coach at Dorsey High School. He's doing this thing. And for me, thank God I survived that moment and nobody knew about it unless I told them about it because I wasn't damaged in that moment. All right, y'all. Y'all know how we finish these shows. Let's get it in. A Wileyism. This one's interesting. Judge your friends by what you tell them and not by what they tell you. I think we got that one flipped in real life. I think we start to gain love and trust and support from people based on what they say to us. That's why we go through so many friends, so many friend circles, right? You're like, oh, they cool. Oh, I hear them. And I never thought about it growing up. Like, it's not what they're giving me, it's what am I giving them? And then I started to realize the ones that I was vulnerable around, the friends that I actually would tell when they say, man, you good? I wouldn't say, yeah. I would say, nah, dog. I would actually break it down to them. The ones that you will go and say, can I speak to you for a minute? Those are your real friends. Everybody else who's just keeping the chatterbox going, who just pulling the string and they just say, hey, I could say anything nice to you to keep this going. Oh my God, I'm gonna keep it so PC so we're all so pleasant. Oh my God, that was a great movie. We didn't talk for 2 hours. Don't you like me? Like, those are not your friends. They are associates. They the homies, whatever you want to call it, but your friends, oh, those are the ones you're going to actually give them something, not just receive it from them. So Judge your friends by what you tell them and not by what they tell you. That'll do it for another episode. I think this is episode 21. 2-1 Holmes. Anybody know where that's from? 2-1 Holmes. You fucked up, Holmes. You joined the gang. Man, get off the porch, SA. Anybody knows where that's from? Hit me up in the comments, man. I love like crazy rap trivia, stuff like that. Much love to you guys for watching Never Shut Up on Brinks TV, Reese TV. See y'all tomorrow. Let's get it in. Go.